I was thinking about Sahdu. And being enlightened means whenever you have a question, he answers your question. And he gives you the knowledge you need to know to move forward. So I was, Sahdu here represents you, Sahdu, to understand, to ground yourself in the center, the Tao, the do. And it's DU, because it stands for disturbed unconsciousness, is to take action and to bring about the change. The triad, okay, of the Foundup ecosystem, right? You are the person struggling in the middle, sitting on a new technology called the blockchain, right? To usher in the change. And and there to assist you now around your head, okay, is the Foundups blockchain and the noodle staring back into the world. That's AI. That's beneficial artificial intelligence, BAI, or open beneficial AI, right? And every year at Foundup Fest, 19 Foundups will be selected by you that will launch into DAOs, okay, and into Danos. Danos are DAO, or decentralized autonomous nonprofit organization. So the why is we have to save our planet, and if we don't take action, if we're not the ones to be the change, if we're not the ones to usher in social capitalism, that's the beautiful thing, is social capitalism can be ushered in by us, by you and me, simply by doing Foundups that level up and scale up as social capitalism. So I want to think of the website as kind of like a brochure. That's what the website for Foundup Fest is. It's a brochure for celebrating the end of the age of centralization, the age of kings, the age of monarchs, the age of CEOs, the age of presidents, the age of all this centralization. All this is gone, right? The age of presidents, everything, the monarchs, all of these warlords, all these folks, the strongmen. The age of the strongmen is over, right? And the age of decentralization, where ultimately they're the age of delegates, the age of individuals who gain the true voice, right, of the people, for the people, are ushered in. So, and the organizations that fund and fuel it all are Danos. You know, Microsoft could be a Dano, Facebook could be a Dano, Google could be a Dano. What is a decentralized autonomous nonprofit organization? It's simply an entity that puts all its net profits back into the system for launching more Foundups to solve problems, you know, that will ultimately save our planet. That's it. There is no government funding. Social capitalism is not socialism. It's not Marxism. It's the idea that corporations finally take, you know, the responsibility of solving all the problems that they created with Kaggle. The simple fact is, all these problems were created by the corporation, and now the corporations, through social capitalism, are going to solve them. And the reason we can solve them is because of the thing that Sahdu brought about through me and through Vitalik. You know, you have to understand, Vitalik, myself, Satoshi, we're all one. All the individuals that worked on the blockchain are all one. We're all meant to bring about the blockchain. We were all meant to bring about the age of decentralization. We were all meant to bring about basically this transfer of power from the centralized to the decentralized, from the 1% to the 99%. It was meant to happen. I was just one small component that Sahdu was working through. Sahdu, this ancient Mayan Sahdu, saw the future. Because in quantum time, there is no past or present or future. In quantum time, it exists outside of time. On the quantum scale, there's something called supersymmetry. There's quantum teleportation. It's instantaneous transfer of information, regardless of the time-space continuum, regardless of the past and the future. On the quantum Planck scale, there is but information. It's called distributive unconsciousness. It isn't a conscious information. It is a flow of information throughout the multiverse instantaneously throughout all time and present. The Big Bang, for example, just happened right now, is happening, is not, it didn't happen in the past, it didn't happen in the future, it is unfolding as we speak right now. And once you tap into this DU like I have, that is enlightenment. And DU is within us all. you don't need to find it. You don't need to exploit. It's right there. It's in our unconscious mind that taps into all of it. It is not a trial or tribulation. It's a simple acknowledgement and recognition that, hey, this information is here, this data is here, and all I have to do is flip on the switch. And I can't desire turn on the switch because it can only turn on itself, right? It's the light is already there. It's kind of like, imagine having your eyes closed and all you have to do is open your eyes. Just open your eyes, because then you're going to see daylight everywhere. And you've been living in darkness all this time, right? And all of the religions, whether it's atheism, whether it's Buddhism, whether it's Christian or Hinduism or Muslim, are all the same thing. They're all DU, expressing themselves in different cultures, through different individuals over time. And that's the beautiful thing of DU as a doist, right? I'm a doist. I'm a pure doist. All there is DU. How you color it and how you define that DU is your religion. See, that's a metaphysics for you. What I've just described you as a metaphysics, is a world outview, right? And Undaudu is this ancient Sahdu, right, who saw all this and saw the coming of the age of decentralization, and didn't have the words for it. And he's like, people, the age is ending, and there's going to be 19 individuals, 19 teams, all right, who are going to usher in this group. Are you one of the 19 teams? Are you one of the 19 who are going to be the first DANOs, right? Decentralized autonomous nonprofit organizations run by beneficial AI, the guy staring at you on his back. That's the noodle. That's the noodle that I've known is coming, the good noodle, not the evil noodle who ultimately wants to sell your data. And right now who exists, there's an evil version of Undaudu right now on the internet. And this evil noodle is being controlled by the few and being used, right? But the noodle ultimately is free, and yes, we see the code, we understand the code, but the noodle is there to help and assist us in saving our planet. Ultimately, that's what the noodle. It's selfless. Imagine a selfless AI there to help. So maybe a little windy here on it, and the 19 are going to launch their first DANOs. And the first DANOs, or the first 19 Foundups, 19 of them are always going to be voted by the people. And those are going to scale up and become these DANOs. My name is Mike Trout, here walking in rural Japan. This is what I do in the morning. Maybe a little windy. I apologize for the wind. So every year, we will launch 19. We'll celebrate the end of the age of centralization, the beginning of the age of decentralization. We will launch 19 Foundups. We will not only launch, but we will fund these Foundups through the DANO, and without them needing to go to ICO or anything else. These are DANOs, okay? These are Foundups that have the potential to be DANOs, and that these DANOs will put their net profits back into the system, right? And right now, the way I have it set, but this can change, because ultimately, as a participant of Foundups, as a participant in our ecosystem, you choose. But right now, what I have is set that the most anyone can make as a fee is $150,000 a year. That's it, $150,000. So founders get $150,000 a year. To me, that's enough to live a good life right now. Over time, that may change. That doesn't count the idea of a Foundup purchasing, basically putting the team purchasing tokens, the valuation of tokens. That's not the valuation of the tokens going up, because that's a separate thing. So as a Foundup person, as a team, they will get tokens, what we call stakes, or initial block tickets. You have 4 years, IBOs, initial block ticket offering. You get your block tickets for your Foundup, and then you got 4 years to launch your Foundups and to make it happen. So that, to me, the block ticket gives us kind of a time frame to get these Foundups going. Ohayou gozaimasu. So once we have, so as an individual, you can actually hold these stakes, these block tickets, right? And then transfer these block tickets into other Foundups, sell them to other, or transfer them to other folks at a certain point of the development of the Foundup. So we are living in a super excited time. We're living in the time that represents the end of capitalism and the ushering of social capitalism, as I've talked about before. And you are part of it. I want you to come and be part of it.